Good morning, everyone. I'm so happy to see you again. We had a lot of rain and cold over the weekend, but today is supposed to be absolutely beautiful. So we are going to spend all day outdoors together tackling various DIY projects. I have a to-do list over here. I'm not sure that we will get to everything, but what I do know is that we should be paid for the work. And the payment du jour is these matcha tea cookies that you and I made together several weeks ago, and then we froze the cookies unbaked. So all we have to do is pop the cookies into the oven for about 20 minutes. Oh, and I need to preheat my oven. 325 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you were not here when we made these cookies, I can pop the recipe in the description box below. 325. And while the cookies are baking, I'm going to get my painting supplies together, and then we are going to tackle the steps on the front porch. In the comments below, let me know how you feel about house painting projects. I will admit that painting is not my favorite thing, as it requires copious prep work. My friend Tessa loaned me her shop vacuum, which did save some time on the project. As you can probably see, the porch was littered with twigs, leaves, and lots of dust. I first tried sweeping away the debris, then realized that a leaf blower would be a more efficient tool for the job. While using the leaf blower, I realized that much of the white paint on the step risers was in various stages of peeling. The loose paint would need scraping prior to painting. This shop vac that Tessa loaned me has this nifty attachment that sucks up paint as you scrape it. I'm using a plastic scraper here to avoid scratching the wood. I misunderstood the directions that Tessa gave me. This attachment is actually the scraper. I don't need this piece. Once the risers and treads were relieved of any loose paint, I then used a damp cloth to clean off any particles of stuck-on dirt. When all the dirt had been cleaned away, I gave the porch steps another blast from the leaf blower. There's nothing worse than getting particles of dirt mixed in with fresh paint. Next, I gave each nail or screw in the wood a shot of shellac spray. Shellac is a natural product that stops rust from bleeding through paint. And at last, it was time to paint the risers. I'm using a good quality exterior white deck paint here. The risers required 2 coats of paint. I was going to paint these steps first, and then I realized I will not be able to walk up here after I've painted the steps. I need to do the top portion of this patio first. The color of the porch floor and treads is Rushing River from Benjamin Moore. It's a gray-green paint that seems to complement the shutters on the house, which are painted hunter green. Once the paint was cut into edges and odd corners with an angled brush, it was easy enough to apply the remaining paint with a roller. Here again, I gave both the stair treads and porch floor a double coat of paint. Happily, the paint dried rapidly in the hot spring sunshine. I should mention that my house is 199 years old. We had the porch rebuilt when we purchased the place in 2002. The porch is an exact replica of what was here in the 19th century. All of the bending and strange body contortions I made during this painting job did a real number on my body. I could hardly walk after the porch job was completed. This painting project took more time and effort than I had anticipated, but I think the porch turned out great. And although I'm in physical agony at this point, I need to soldier on. There is a garden project that we need to tackle next. It got really hot outside all of a sudden, so I had to take off that blue sweatshirt and put a more spring-like short-sleeve shirt on. And now we are headed up to the kitchen garden. I have a lot of wood chips that I need to spread on the pathways. And I won't pretend that I am not tired after all of that painting. I should explain that a kitchen garden is so-called not for its proximity to an actual kitchen, but for what is grown there. My kitchen garden is located at the top of a steep slope on my property. Probably I should use a rake to spread these wood chips, but since I already had a pitchfork in the kitchen garden, that is what I'm using. After the porch painting job, I simply don't have it in me to run back to the garden shed to fetch a rake. And I do intend to complete this wood chip job today. I will sleep very well tonight. This pine bark makes a very nice, cushy surface on which to walk. And it's all natural. It's not like that dyed mulch that is becoming shockingly popular. Let me know what your thoughts are on dyed mulch. I've seen it in dyed red, dyed black, and dyed brown. I know some people love it. It's just not really my thing. Mercifully, the kitchen garden has a bit of shade at this time of day. I got a touch of sunburn during the time I worked on the front porch. I think this will be the last little bit right here. I did bring those matcha tea cookies out of the oven while we were shortly into painting the front porch. And I am very hungry for one of those cookies right now. But first, I want to find a big, maybe a hanging basket or some other potted summer annual to put in this urn right here. We are at the local garden center now, shopping for a large flowering annual to place in the kitchen garden urn. I want the garden to not only be functional, but beautiful too. I settled on a large supertunia for the urn. Supertunias bloom and bloom from spring until frost, and they do not require deadheading. Then it's off to an odd lot store. I want to find a rug to place on the front porch. The store did not have exactly what I wanted, but it did have a rug that I think will work nicely. It's a heavy rug made from rough coir. Final project today. I'm going to clean my parlor windows, and I'm going to use the white green cloth that you guys told me about and that I have since fallen madly in love with. And I'm using only water, no chemicals whatsoever. The trick is to wring this cloth out really, really well. If you wring it out well enough, you will get no streaks. And here we go. Yeah, I think since we painted the porch, we might as well have clean windows looking out onto the porch. Besides windows, I have also used the cloth to clean and polish mirrors and stainless steel. The cloth is extremely durable. I wash it in the washing machine and then let it air dry. There are 4 sets of windows in this room, and I aim to clean all of them. I have to say, this cloth is doing a magnificent job, and I do not see any streaks whatsoever. So we started our DIY projects at what, 10:30 this morning? It's now almost 4 o'clock. So we had a long day. And I won't pretend that I'm not feeling it. But I think tea and cookies will revive me. This is chai black tea that I buy from Tierra Farm. It's very strong tea. Pleasantly strong. It is going to feel very good to sit down with tea and these matcha tea cookies. Planning to eat a lot of them. And since we spent all day outdoors, I think we should have our tea in the music room. I cannot tell you how wonderful it feels to be able to sit down at last and to tuck into these beautiful green matcha tea cookies. But first I need a sip of tea. Delicious and hot. Oh, these biscuits will definitely revive me. Well, we may not have finished all of the jobs that were on my to-do list today, but we certainly accomplished enough jobs. And I am so glad that you were here to hang out with me. I feel really blessed to have your companionship. In the comment section below, let me know what house and garden projects you are tackling these days. I'd love to hear from you. And if you enjoyed today's video, I hope you will give it a thumbs up and please subscribe. I'm going to finish my tea and cookies, then I'm going to have a shower and relax for the rest of the evening. Thank you so much for being here, friends. Thank you for being you, and I will see you in the next episode. Bye for now.